OMB Director Mick Mulvaney was grilled on Capitol Hill today over his budget proposal, which barely addresses our ballooning deficit. And now the Director of National Intelligence, Dan Coats, says this is actually a threat to our national security. Watch.
I'm concerned that our increasing fractious political process, particularly with respect to federal spending, is threatening our ability to properly defend our nation, both in the short term and especially in the long term. This situation is unsustainable, as I think we all know, and represents a dire threat to our economic and national security.
Does it? Joining me right now, Conservative Review contributor Tom Borelli and RNC spokesperson Kayleigh McEnany. Good to see you both. Kayleigh, you know, this has kind of been the Republican conservative mantra for decades, right? Do not spend more than you have. Now we hear Dan Coats saying it's a threat to national security. Do you agree with that?
Well, our debt is important. We are a nation that has a lot of it, and we need to get rid of it. No doubt about that. But as Speaker Ryan has said consistently for the last decade, and as he said on Fox Business this morning, we have to address this through mandatory spending. This budget we created deals with our discretionary spending. The chief driver of our debt are our entitlements. This budget starts to address that, $267 billion in Medicare savings over 10 years. But it's a start. It's not the end point. It's a start, and a good start.
Nobody wants to touch entitlements, though, Tom. I mean,
right.
That's, you know, it's sacred territory. And understandably so. I mean, you think about Social Security. You paid into the thing for your whole career. You ought to be able to get that money back. But how long can we afford it?
Well, we can't afford it. And there's both economic and political risks to this strategy. I mean, the Trump budget essentially is proposing $4 trillion. And that's huge. And that will be another $1 trillion debt. We can't keep spending like this. And there's big, not only the national security risk, my God, we have North Korea, we have Iran, who are really threatening us almost every day. We need to have a reserve cash supply in case we need to use it. We can't keep borrowing and borrowing. And think about it. We already have a $20 trillion debt. It's like a balloon mortgage. And now as the payment on that debt goes up, with interest rates going up, that's going to absorb more and more of our budget and really destabilize, really, our economy.
It could, unless our economy grows, right? I mean, and that's the hope, Kayleigh, that we
Absolutely.
grow enough via economic reforms that are meaningful, and economic reforms that, you know, the likes of which we haven't seen in decades. So if tax reform can be that meaningful to the economy, then the thinking is at some point it pays for itself.
Trish, that's exactly right. You look at the fact, the Treasury report that came out today, January, we had record tax revenue coming into the federal government. We had a surplus in January, so that's a good start. And the Atlanta Fed tracker anticipates that they could see GDP as high as 5% for this month. That would be huge. It'd be historic. And if we hit GDP that well over 3%, that's a huge positive thing for our economy. And last, I just want to point out, when I talk about changing entitlement spending and mandatory spending, we don't want to touch current beneficiaries.
Okay.
So this would solely
that's I hear you on this, Kayleigh, because, you know, you're young. What if someone said, we're gonna take away Social Security for you? I guess at that point, Social Security, they still need your money, right? Because it's like one giant Ponzi scheme, and they still need Kayleigh's money, maybe to pay for somebody else's. Well, Tom's retired. All right, glad you said it, not me. But in other words, I guess at that point it just becomes one more tax. But if they took it away from you, is that something you're willing to deal with?
No, and that's something President Trump was clear about on the campaign trail. He says he doesn't want to take Social Security away, or Medicare, Medicaid from people who need it. But there are people in the system that don't need it. I've talked to one of them. She drives a Mercedes, but was forced onto Medicaid rolls because they look at income, not net worth. And even though she's a business owner with a high net worth, she's pushed onto Medicaid because she had one bad year of income. That's what we're talking about, is kind of the waste, fraud, and abuse that happens on the side. Right. Well, no, with Social Security, with Medicaid, there is a means test, of course. And
but
right
Social
now,
Security?
Not for Social Security. I'm talking about Medicaid here. She was pushed onto Medicaid.
Well, look, there are different ways we could approach it. I've been down to Chile, where they have a very interesting privatized system. Remember when Bush was talking about privatized accounts? Well, he didn't actually try it, because where it has been tried, like in Chile, it's been extraordinarily successful. And people have a better rate of return than they'd ever get, say, in a bond or a treasury or wherever, you know, the security, Social Security is stashed. So there are things that we could attempt to do, but politically it's pretty challenging, as you can imagine.
You need the political will to do it, and we didn't see any of that from the Republican team, and that's what concerns me, is the fact that really wasn't part of the discussion. It was really all spent. Maybe he's playing for the 2018 election, obviously. But you have to remember, I was part of the Tea Party movement. That was based on fiscal responsibility and right spending. And how many people got elected in Congress based on former President Obama exploding the debt? What are we going to run on?
I hear you. I think, you know, look, for future generations, I got 3 little kids. We can't keep spending more than we earn, for sure. Tom, Kayleigh, thank you so much. Good to see you guys.